Will 2026 be a bull or bear market for Bitcoin? In my opinion, we're about to enter a business cycle. You for sure should be paying attention to crypto. Now, there's a lot to break down. To start, we have one of the most bullish crossovers, the US 10 versus Chinese 10 year, which historically correlates with all of our bull runs. You have more whales accumulating than ever. Some argue that this is exchanges consolidating, but in my opinion, still coincides with a massive supply crunch. And gold and silver just hit all-time highs, which I expect a lot of those profits to rotate into Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance, one of the most important indicators, showing a very bearish resistance. But this thread by Super Bitcoin Bro kind of says it all. The Bitcoin Monthly. Multi-year resistance turning into support. ETF inflows are not backing down. And we're at a $90,000 price point for Bitcoin. But once again, my most favorite metric, every prior top coincided with a top in the ISM, which have yet to break out. And with Bollinger Bands squeezing tighter than ever, we all know that a major move is about to happen. And with all of the new Fed injection and liquidity, with the Clarity Act that's going to be released, with the stimulus money that's going to come this year, I do believe that, yes, the 4-year cycle is over, which you can see by this chart here, but is going to be extended in the sense of what Raoul Pal has been talking about, an extension in the business cycle. Another really cool indicator right here is where a lot of people are mistakenly believing that midterms are historically a bearish year. But Super Bitcoin Bro pointed this out, which is historically midterms being bullish in the second term of a president. Combine this with an incoming dovish Fed chair, well, again, this could relate to a lot of risk on assets seeing liquidity in 2026. And in my opinion, even a continuation in a lot of your Magnificent Seven with your AI company. Now, my favorite conversation is actually the silver and gold one. And I'm actually still very bullish on silver and gold in a lot of ways, especially with silver with the demand and need for silver. But when you look at that Bitcoin versus gold chart, it is looking incredibly bullish here with this long-term ascending triangle. And as we near historical lows, dude, I've watched crypto Twitter go from like altcoin bros to silver bros and ape into the top of silver at $80. Now they're all talking about the manipulated prices of paper silver, paper gold, which we've all known about for decades. It's why we Bitcoin. I think silver demand will continue, but people don't actually realize the true value of Bitcoin in the sense that you can literally tokenize energy. And if we see an increase in demand of AI and all this infrastructure and these resources with wasted energy markets, well, there's an indirect demand correlation there as well. That's for another video. But to think that institutions aren't going to be taking profits, well, that's where we're going to have to disagree. Especially at a time where, once again, you have the Clarity Act being released. You have Vanguard, now the second largest institution or asset manager behind BlackRock, beginning to offering Bitcoin. You have multiple different banks looking to offer Bitcoin. You have Coinbase now doing something which is crazy no one's talking about, where miners can now borrow against their hash rate as collateral. I believe the overall correction's over, and I think stablecoin companies and projects are going to absolutely boom in 2026. I think there's going to be prediction markets that boom in 2026. I for sure agree with Ted here, who believes AI, data centers, robotics, drones, flying cars